All right, Gene, are you ready to be counted in? Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at?
Yeah.
Where My Mom's At podcast with Christina P.
Meow, 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 meow. What is up, my friends? Thank you for watching me on YouTube and listening on whatever you're listening to me on. I don't know. Guys, come see me do live stand-up comedies. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Comedy Zone April 1st and 2nd. And then Austin, I do the Moon Tower Comedy Festival at the Paramount April 13th. The Regent Theater, one night only in Los Angeles. Oh, I miss my town. May 3rd. So Minneapolis hits, we're moving to August now because, well, I'm not allowed to say what I'm doing, but it's pretty fucking cool and I think you'll appreciate it. Irvine Improv, May 20th and 21st. Atlantic City at the Borgata, June 4th. The Wilbur in Boston, Massive Huge Tits, June 5th. And then Washington Dick-Cum. I'm coming to the DC Improv July 15th and 16th. And then Cleveland, Ohio, August 12th and 13th. Hilarities. And then Zanies in Nashville, October 6th, 7th, and 8th. And that's it. ChristinaPOnline.com for ticket information. And good. How are you? I love you. What are you doing? Are you shopping for clothes? I did for my spring. That sounds like a bad TikTok. You know, when they're like, having a good weekend? Having a good day? I'm wiped. I'm thoroughly beaten down. I took our 2 sons to meet my husband on the road. And everybody's like, what a special, magical thing. What a wonderful moment for your kids to see your husband. Yeah, it's also very exhausting and really hard. And I have an appreciation for what Tommy Buns is doing right now because the grind is real. Like, he's on a whole other level of like buses, planes, sleeping in the bus, then going into a hotel at 2 a.m, sleeping in that bed for a few hours, getting up, going. It's just terribly hard. But it was cool. It was very cool. But I'm wiped by day 5 alone with my kids. I had to be like, my eyelid was twitching and I was like, Tom, I gotta go. I gotta hide in this room for a minute. And then I practiced my transcendental meditation because I was, they wear you out. They just, kids need constant attention, especially the 3-year-old. He's really in it. And it's just, he's really into mommy. So it's, we're almost at 4. And when they turn 4, they turn into people. But man, I can't wait until July when that kid turns 4 and I get a fucking break. Cause it really just, I don't think people who haven't had kids yet don't understand. They don't get it. They don't get imagine you have a full-time job and then you go home and you're like, I can do whatever I want right now. I can watch TV. I can get high.
Hell yeah.
I can eat myself into a stupor. Yeah, that's what I used to do. And then you get home and you're like, no. Now the other job starts of taking care of 2 humans. Like, you got to feed them. Then there's bath time. And then the bedtime ritual, which takes 2 hours of go to bed. And they pop up. And they're emotionally draining. I can't even describe it to you. And just imagine someone who's always like, Nadav, what are you doing? Nadav, can you help me get this? Nadav, I'm thirsty. I need a snack. Nadav, I need a snack.
Yeah, I've been around my niece and nephew for a couple hours at a time, and that's why I always choose to sleep at a hotel and not at my sister's.
Yeah, I know. It's just, it's constant needs.
No, yeah, it's like, there were times where it was just like, I get woken up at 6 a.m. with them crawling into my bed.
That's what happened to me this morning. Yeah,
and it's like, yes, is it cute? Absolutely, it's the cutest thing in the world. But is it cute enough to be woken up at 6 a.m.?
Never.
It's not. It's not. I
really
love them, but I'm good on that, Doug.
Yeah, it was the worst summer I ever had when I had to take care of a kid.
Whose kid?
It was some fucking dumb, it was my niece or something. I don't know. It's just some stupid fucking kid.
Or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. Fucking, she was just some dumb
little
kid.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, because her the mom was like, I don't know, in jail or something.
Sure.
So like I had to take care of her. So, but yeah, it was God every day.
So exhausting.
I had to listen to the fucking Elmo
Yeah.
la la
oh,
la la
that's nothing.
la la yo.
Elmo's World. That's
That-
on Sesame Street. I know that one.
That was my. But we had a VHS tape, and
fuck.
it only had like that shit on it. Basically, it was
Yeah.
like a compilation of his songs, and she only wanted to hear that, like to watch that movie. If I didn't have that VHS tape in the damn thing, she would cry. Ooh, it was the worst time. Of my
I
life.
hate Elmo too. I really
Yo,
hate.
fuck Elmo.
Fuck Elmo hard in his asshole, and his furry red stupid butt. Here's why I don't like Elmo. I mean, I talk about this in my new hour. You guys will see this on Netflix soon. But I fucking hate him because he's too agreeable, and he's a non-character, right? Okay, for instance, let's go through it. Oscar the Grouch. He says it in the name. He's a piece of shit. He's a grouch. Yeah, love him. But you love him because you know what you're getting. You're like, all right, I get that. That guy's just a grumpy hoarder. Stay away. Don't fuck with that guy. And then he's got a gun in that one. That's amazing. Grover is the comedian. He's a little, he's like over the top, and he's got dreams. He's a superhero. Big Bird is just like sweet. He loves his teddy bear, and he's very curious. And then there's Elmo. And his whole thing is the hi, guy. And he's laughing at his own shit all the time. He's got like a nervous laughter going. He refers to himself in third person all the time, which I fucking cannot stand. Like, Elmo loves you. Elmo does this. Elmo does that. Like, dude, what are you? You're nobody.
He's
You're
literally
nothing.
He's just a crack addict.
Yeah, he sucks. Like, he's not even a person. And he's annoying. His voice is annoying, and he doesn't stand for anything. I think I don't respect Elmo because he doesn't stand for anything. The other character, what a fucking pussy. Yeah, like he's such a tabula rasa. He has zero personality. Like I don't know who Elmo is, so he bothers me. He's just, yeah, I'm nice. Well, nice isn't a fucking character. Nice is boring. Like whenever you describe somebody, oh, they're just nice. Like, well, they're fucking boring. Then they suck. So that's why it bothers me. I think it teaches kids to just be like, not to stand for anything. What do you stand for?
Right. Like
What do you stand for?
If he did live in a trash can, it'd be like, wow, he's able to overcome living in a trash
Yeah.
can and still be nice. How
Yeah.
nice.
Or he's not nice. Like Oscar the Grouch. To me, Oscar the Grouch is like the original stand-up comedian on that show. Right? Like he's cantankerous. He comes from a long line of grouches. That's the joke. Like his mom lives in a trash can. His sister comes to visit. They all live in trash cans. They're like shitty East Coasters. I think that's what he's supposed to be, like the New York comic, you know? Like, man, everything sucks. Fuck you. I live in a trash can. But he turns lemons into lemonade, right? He's like, I love trash. That's his whole thing, is he loves trash. And it's funny. But I think what happened with Elmo is that they got a little afraid to make characters interesting, right? And then it became like, just every nice, flat. Because Sesame Street originally started out as like kind of a subversive or just an interesting show. It was supposed to follow a black family in one of the boroughs. So it was kind of revolutionary. Like, oh, wow, you didn't see that on television. And then, because for the time it was like in the late 60s, right? So that was like really neat. And then, so that was kind of the deal with Sesame Street. So now you're kind of like, well, why don't they? Although they do have Julia, the autistic puppet, which is fucking great. Which she's highly.
You love that, huh?
I love Julia, the autistic puppet, and she's highly underutilized as a character. I've seen her a few times, and at first I was like, "What the fuck, dude? Look, they made all wide-eyed and creepy, you know? Like she's so fucking weird looking." And then there's Alan too. I love Alan. He's been on the show forever. And Alan, I checked out. See, I got really obsessed with Sesame Street. Alan, I checked his IMDb. Turns out he's still a bachelor. Still looking for love, ladies.
Is that cool or not cool?
It's code for Alan likes dudes. Still looking for that right lady, huh, Liberace? Like he's so gay. And I love. I mean, who doesn't love Alan? He runs the corner store on Sesame Street.
Is there a gay puppet on Sesame Street?
There should be. Well, that's Bert and Ernie.
Bert and Ernie, yeah.
But they're
that.
not out. They're not out, which is so dumb.
on.
Like the greatest thing Sesame Street could do is have Bert and Ernie come out, and then you'd be like, yeah, well that's normal. That's a natural progression. It actually teaches kids like, hey, there's people they're figuring stuff out. Bert and Ernie are just roommates. This is like this guy I worked with when I was a paralegal who was Filipino, and he couldn't come out to his hardcore Filipino mom who was Catholic, and he's like, I'm not gay, I just have a roommate. And they lived in like a studio apartment. They happened to share a bed, and you're like,
It's cheaper this way, Mom.
yeah, sure. And just tell your mom. Poor guy. Yeah, so that's what Bert and Ernie are doing. They're just, they're sharing. Rent's expensive on Sesame Street. They live in New York City, bruh.
Man, their faces are just so close to each
So
other.
Yeah, I never touched cheeks with my friend like that. I don't know.
Me and Eddie have never taken photos like this.
Sure haven't.
I wish you would. Maybe we're gonna have to do a photo shoot of the two of you like this.
Hey, yo, what about that next one, dog? Or the one before that? Yeah. Look at that one to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so gay. And what's so cute too is they have them sleeping in twin beds next to each other like Lucy and Ricky used to. So that's code, I think, right? It was in the late 60s they developed Bert
So
and
they're
Ernie.
traditional 1950s gay.
Yeah, that's why they're not out.
Damn. If we don't dress up as Bert and Ernie for Halloween, we're fucking up.
I know.
Sure,
so
it's
rad.
just Squid Game was so pertinent this Halloween. It's Bert and Ernie next year. Let's do it.
Let's get it.
And what's funny? So Bert, like his character is that he's the boring one, and he just likes to read like boring books or dictionaries, and then Bert is like the silly one. He's the playful gay. So Bert is like, Ernie is like, let's go to the parade, Bert. And Bert's like the curmudgeon. He's like, no, we don't do that. We're old school gay. We don't flaunt it around. Maybe that's what their roles are.
So would I be Bert in the
You with you and
Yeah.
Annie? Yeah. You're Bert, and then Annie would be like, yo,
definitely
man,
the boring
don't
one.
make a big deal out of this shit.
My name literally sounds like Ernie. So, kind of meant to be.
Oh, yeah, they're our first interracial puppet because one of them's orange, one of them's yellow.
Interracial?
Yeah, they're not the same race, right? Bert is
Oh yeah, we
yellow,
got
Ernie's
a J and a B here also, right?
Yeah, is that what's happening?
It's gotta be, right?
I don't know. They're different colors. I don't know. Maybe in the puppet world they're different.
But there's also blue ones in Sesame Street, isn't there?
Yeah, everybody's a different race, bro.
Yeah.
They diverse as fuck, dog.
Yeah,
Oh.
Sesame Street was the OG diverse. Yeah, it's I know, they're such homos now, right? Looking at it, you're like, wait, how is this not
Yo, this is gay as shit,
gay
dude.
as shit, homie?
Didn't they have like a fucking bathtub song or something too?
Yeah.
Like, weren't they in the bathtub
Yes.
a lot? It's like, Nick, what are
Rubber
you-
ducky, you're the
there
one.
it is. Yep.
And then Burton's like, let me help you wash that cum. There they are. There they are. Yeah, dog. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Out of the closet and into the tub. Let's
Yeah.
go, Bert and Ernie.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you come. Rubber ducky.
You're my number one.
Oh, this is a whole vibe.
Bruh. This can't
Yeah.
be real.
It is real.
That's real?
I'm pretty sure.
Is that literally from the show?
Well, yeah,
Come on.
Ernie's the messy one, and Bert's
Yeah.
gotta clean it up.
That's how they explain gayness. But see, okay. Again, kids don't, but you guys did not pick up on that as small children, right?
Oh, I did.
You picked up on it. Well, how old were you when you understood gayness? Let's talk about that. Because here's something I've been just thinking about, and like I'm always trying to keep an open mind. So let's explore it. Go ahead. So when did you discover what gay people were and stuff?
Well, I think I discovered too early because my dad was so against that being a thing.
Same.
That's why I learned what gay
Yes.
was. It's like, that's what you don't do from my dad.
What would I'll tell you what my mom said and your dad. Okay, tell me what your dad would say. I love hearing what parents say to their gay to kids about gayness. Okay, go.
About being gay.
Like, what did you hear about it?
He just said, I think it's because I think I said this a while ago. I was like, I tried to kiss him on the head goodbye when he left once. It was like, he was at a bald ass head, and I just like tried to kiss, like, bye, Dad. Mwah. And he was just like, don't do that shit, son. That ain't what men do. Men don't do that shit.
That is so rough.
He literally, I must have been he was there, which means I was 4 or less.
Oh my God.
And he said it to me. He said, "What are you, gay, bro?" or what are you, gay, son? Like something like that. It's like, men don't do that shit.
4-year-old? You're like, I don't even know what gay. I don't even know where my asshole is yet.
That's how I learned. So at like 4 years old or something like that. Yeah.
So he just thought,
savage.
Yeah, he just thought affection between a young baby and a dad is gay. That's wild.
And it kind of worked if you think about it. When I saw Ernie's fucking mouth like that on Bert, I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, that is incorrect. There's no way. That definitely means he's gay, right?
So you knew, from your dad's fear. Mm-hmm. I learned around 3rd grade. My mother took me to see a movie called Reform Schoolgirls because her boyfriend at the time wanted to see it, and it was like this like R-rated stupid movie, and there was lesbians in the movie making out, and I was a kid, and I was like, wait, what is going on here? And she's like, they had dykes, and I'm like, what? I was like, what is a dyke? I love this word. Like, what is dyke? It sounded so funny. And she goes, it's women who like other women. And I was like, wait, I don't understand. She's like, I don't understand either. She goes, I don't know what they can do with each other. Maybe licking each other to death. I don't know what lesbians do.
She's saying that to you in 3rd grade?
Yeah.
My mom said the same shit.
Really?
She literally said, like, what are they just going to lick each other? Like, what she's told me, though, is that they're lying. They're all lying. No one's an actual lesbian.
Oh, so your mom was like, there's no way that could be a thing.
Lesbians, gays, they don't exist. Yeah, they're just, it's like, what are they going to do? How could they actually please each other?
Bang?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come
You're
on.
like, what, have you never had oral sex, Mom? Like, you guys, all you do is input and, you know.
I love you, Mom.
Oh, yeah. So she's listening to this.
Sorry, Mom.
And then my dad, I think, my dad's only objection to gays were like, he's like, I don't care what people doing, but I mean, come on, the parades, I don't need to fucking know these guys are gay. I know you're gay. I don't need the parade, okay? Which is like so old school European. And I mean, like,
You're right. He's like, where's my parade?
yeah, it's totally that. Like, well, how come straight people don't have parades? But I think too, like he's like, in Europe, you just, if you're gay, you're gay. You don't have to tell everybody. They know you're gay. I think it bothered him that, like they were just so happy about it. And I'm like, all right. I imagine Israeli dad and mom didn't have a hot take on it either.
It's because I don't really have like a memory from early on what their take on it was. I remember growing, like, and I don't know when this happened, but I was like, I remember seeing girls kiss. I was like, oh yeah, girls kiss sometimes. And then the first time I saw boys kissing on TV, I was just like, whoa, that could happen? I didn't know that's allowed. And, but I mean, like, very quickly I was like, okay, this is a thing that happens. But I remember I came home from college one time and my dad took me and my friend to go see Bruno.
Oh, such a funny movie.
Yeah, and we were watching it, and I don't think he knew that was the gay character of Sacha Baron Cohen. And so we're watching it, and me and my buddy are cracking up, and like he just leans over, he goes, "You think this is funny?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty funny." He goes, "No, this is disgusting." I'm like, "All right, cool, Dad."
Disgusting. Yeah, my dad said that word too, I think, in relation to gays. This is disgusting. But also at the same time, like, my father would never, both my parents would never actively harm gay people or say anything or do anything. It was more just like, that's not for me, Like, no one told me, like, you can't be gay or whatever. Like, it wasn't like that. It was more.
Lucky you.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. But it was more just like, if, some people do this and whatever, who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck what you do. Which is kind of like whatever. So the reason I ask you guys this, and it's just an interesting debate in the parenting world right now. Hey, Dove, can you Google? Oh, wait, there's an article. So there's this thing that happened in Austin, actually, in public schools here in ISD. There was a teacher teaching sex ed. Hold on, I think they were like pre-K. Oh gosh. But anyway, there's this idea that like kindergartners should be having gay parades, pride days, and gay pride parade days. Hold on, let me see if I'm getting this correct. My friend sent this to me. It's hard to imagine, but spring is almost here. We are so close to feeling that soft grass under our feet. But first, we need to get our lawn back. Thankfully, Sunday gets your lawn growing and helps to keep it healthy all season long. Most of us might not think about our lawns in the winter, but this is the time to prep for this year. You're probably thinking you have so much work to do to get it green and healthy again, but Sunday takes all the work out for you. Sunday can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. Their custom plans include fertilizer and everything you need to easily care for your lawn. And with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses, you can feel good about, your kids or pets being around. All you have to do is visit getsunday.com, put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. My kids put a big ass brown patch in our lawn. We put their bounce house out there, and Sunday, I'm telling you, we put this stuff on the lawn. It grew right back, and it was horrible for a minute. Sunday is offering our listeners 20% off. Full season plans start at just $119, and you can get 20% off when you visit getsunday.com/WMMA20 at checkout. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/WMMA20. For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers. Now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that's sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or you just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world. I'm learning to speak Spanish because my sweetheart speaks Spanish, and I don't have a ton of time, but I do it at like 15-minute increments, and it's just been so much fun, and it's so low stress, and you learn super quick. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, video stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Right now, save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/WMMA. That's BABBEL.com/WMMA for up to 60% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life. Okay, Google DOS Elementary in Texas.
Is
DOS.
it Texas Elementary School hosts Pride Week with
Yes.
confidential community circles?
So this is interesting. So let's click on this. This is from the Washington Examiner, and a friend of mine sent this in. So there was a teacher, they were celebrating Pride Week, and this is exactly where I found it. Click on the bottom sheet there. I'll read this to you guys. So this is for Pride Week Community Circles, is what it's called. PK. So this is pre-kindergarten through second grade. So the introduction says, welcome to the group. Introduce yourselves as the circle leader. Mention the purpose of today's circle. The purpose of the circle is to share about. Wednesday, families. Thursday, respecting differences. Friday, no place for hate. This is a guided conversation, blah, blah, blah. So here's the agreements. Bring your full attention to the person talking and be a good listener. Fine. Talk to everyone in the circle, not just one person. Stay on topic. Do not name specific people when giving examples. Be as honest and kind as possible. But then there's this interesting part that goes, respect privacy. What we say in this room stays in this room. So a lot of parents were like, what? Like, this is PK through 2, by the way. So it's kind of like a lot of parents were like, what are we grooming kids for keeping secrets at school? Does Pride Week have a meaning significance to you and your family? Remember that we agreed to keep what happened in the circle confidential. It's so interesting. I think people, rightly so, parents are like, wait, why are we keeping it a secret? Why would that have to be a secret?
Maybe because like questions come up that they're not comfortable I don't know, like actually asking out in public or something. I don't know.
So one person on Twitter goes, "This is so clearly about not repeating students' stories or what they share bravely outside of the classroom, and not about keeping secrets from your parents. Literally embarrassing to read that some of you think this is grooming." So this does how to recognize the sexual grooming of a minor. So a lot of parents are freaking out like this is grooming behaviors and this and that. I think then maybe the wording on that should have been, "Don't share stories." Don't shame kids based on what they've said, or don't share stories with other classmates or something. I don't think the wording on that was right. But then, so it also stands to reason to go, do we need a Pride Week for kindergartners through 5th grade? And I'm like, well, I'll tell you, as someone that has a kindergartner right now, I know that they've taught Ellis gayness, and I've had gay people around him, and he kind of vaguely understands that boys can marry boys and girls can marry girls, but that's kind of just the extent of it, Mm-hmm. And I don't know developmentally if a kindergartner is ready for a pride parade. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even sure like they're thinking about their sexuality yet.
Right. Doesn't sex ed like happen in 3rd or 4th grade?
Even later.
I think for me it was like 6th
grade.
I think.
So, maybe save Pride Week for after that unit is taught.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe 6th grade, but not in K.
Yep.
I just don't even understand, like, is that even possible? Do you even have, like, are you sexually at all, is sex even in your brain at that age?
So I'll tell you.
Is it?
No, like in a so I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old boy. And so developmentally, they're going through like that Oedipal thing, which is very fucking real, where you're in love with your mom and you don't understand how to incorporate your father into the relationship. It's actually very, very true in a way that, so it's not sexual, but you're literally like, you're so in love and into your mother, and you're navigating that thing of like, well, how does dad fit into this? And then eventually kids resolve that mom belongs to dad and you don't become as dependent on mommy or whatever. So like
but since that doesn't have to do with sex,
nothing.
Then why are we talking about sex?
I know, it's kind of weird. But then I go, but in Disney movies even, we'll be watching, for instance, The Little Mermaid, which is about a relationship between a man and a woman and they fall in love. So why is that okay to show a kindergartner? It's not sex. It's not explaining. It's explaining like heterosexual sex.
Well, it's not, because I mean it's the same thing. It's like, so it's showing you all the stuff except the sex because you don't talk about that yet, right?
No, that they just like kiss, a chaste kiss at the end of the film.
Right.
Yeah. But then could we show a mermaid being in love with a mermaid? Would that, you know what I mean? Like, why not show? I don't know, So I go, well, intuitively, I don't think I want my kindergartner in a pride parade because I'm just not sure that he needs that yet. Like, I'm not sure he even understands all that just yet.
Let's wait on all this sex stuff, boys.
Also, why not just do like a parade? I don't know. Why does it have to be a pride parade? Just a parade.
Now that's an idea.
Right?
That's a good idea.
I don't know why they have to parade about everything. So fucking proud. Where's my parade?
If anything, that feels like I mean, it's gonna sound controversial, but
just say it.
It sounds like brainwashing to me, because it'd be like I'm setting you up to champion gayness before you even fucking understand gayness. It's like just have a parade, not a straight parade, not a gay parade, just a fucking parade. Well,
I don't know.
Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm saying some fucked up shit, but
I don't think you're saying. I think you're saying how you feel about it. I think a lot of people agree with you, which is why they were upset about it. I think I think I'm not a psychologist, developmental psychologist for kids, so I don't know where their levels are. But intuitively, if someone were to be like, "Yeah, Ellis did a pride parade today," I'd be like, "Does he even know what that means?" Like,
right?
I think
he just celebrated.
Yeah, I think like he would like the cool rainbow flag. Like the glitter. Glitter sounds fun, sure, but okay.
Right.
What? We could save it.
Yeah. It's like, why
I
are
don't
we?
know.
Yeah, let's chill on this. Let's learn about dinosaurs for a couple years, huh?
I know.
The dinosaur's gay. Let's think about it. Could stegosaurs also like other stegosaurs? I don't know. Man.
I know, like why? Yeah, that's so true. Like, let's just do letters and numbers first. How about coloring? Like, let's learn to write our names, and then we'll talk about what's your pronoun. You know what I mean? Like,
right. We should be learning cursive before we learn about gay stuff. Right?
Yeah. How about
isn't cursive not taught anymore?
They teach so far. I don't know. We'll find out.
It's third grade back when I was in school.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. No, they do like regular handwriting right now, so they still teach that. Oh, thank God.
Right.
But I don't know if they'll teach cursive.
But
I think
cursive's gone, right?
I think so. I don't know. I'll find out.
I feel like it is. These fucking idiots don't even know how to write cursive.
Idiots.
Stupid Gen
I
Z.
use that shit all the time. How many cursive letters have you guys read of mine?
So many.
So many.
So many.
It's the only way you write.
You write us letters all the time.
Dearest Annie and the Dove, it's been a fortnight since we've spoken. I know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to check myself here. Like, am I too old school? Am I whatever? But I just think that it's complicating things. It's throwing in stuff that doesn't need to be there yet. 6th grade, absolutely. Because I grew up with a kid from the time we were like in kindergarten through 6th grade, and by 3rd grade we knew he was gay. You could just tell he had like mannerisms, and he was kind of fey, and he wasn't as alpha. And everyone called him, you know what they called him back then, but and yeah, it turned out he was. Surprise, surprise. But we all knew. But did he know? I don't know. In 3rd grade, I don't know. But
that's really interesting then. If you're saying, you said you knew by 3rd grade.
We knew that this kid ran goofy and had mannerisms that were goofy. And we were like, oh, you know, dude's gay. But did he know he was attracted to men in 3rd grade? We'd have to ask him. I don't know.
But is that also what you thought, or you were just using gay? Because I mean, I know when I was a kid, gay meant like lame. But did you mean gay? Like
yeah. Because we knew what gays were because of like George Michael, or like Boy George and stuff, like Boy George and Culture Club. Like it was actually pretty in popular culture, gayness in the 80s. I feel like so you knew like, oh, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, gay. Boy George, gay. Like this kid was gay.
Interesting.
Well,
I don't know. Fuck. Maybe there is a argument for that then, because if you knew that by 3rd grade, it just said what? PK through 2? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean, it's only a year before.
No, PK through 5.
I thought it said PK through 2.
I don't know. One of the sheet I read was PK through.
Yeah, kindergarten through 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, dude. But anyway.
So then, I mean, I guess you did kind of think about that at that age.
I did, but that was me just being a mean bitch and being hateful. I don't know if that kid was cognizant of what he was feeling. And I certainly wasn't. In 3rd grade, I had crushes on boys. I was like, I knew I liked boys and I had strong crushes, but I didn't know about sexuality, sex, you know.
Right, you didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah,
crush.
I just knew I had feelings, but I wouldn't, you know. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm an educator.
Same for sure. But I think I'm a late bloomer. I didn't know. I feel like the scary thing about this type of shit is I think if the terminology that's out now was out when I was a kid, I would have grown up thinking I was asexual.
Same.
That's what I would have think. That's what I think I would have thought.
Oh, I would have been non-binary. They would have, because I was a tomboy. I wore, you know, what was that shit called? Fucking those military like pants, the pockets.
Camo?
Not camo.
Cargo shorts.
Cargo pants. Yeah, I dressed like a fucking dude.
But non-binary, I mean, you can't necessarily say that if you were non-binary now that would like negatively impact your life, right? But for me, I know that if I said I was asexual and I just rolled with that, then I would not have had the sex that I've had. And sex has like done a lot for me, like as in terms of like therapy and shit, like loving myself. Like there's a lot that I've learned and done and experienced through sex that I think would have been taken away if I just was allowed to believe.
If you accepted the label. Yeah, and I do worry about labeling kids. Like I grew up, all my high school boyfriends wore skirts and makeup, period. Like they're goth. And so if we all went, oh, they're trans. Oh, no, you know, Scott's not goth, he's trans. You're like, well, guess what? They all grew up to be like hetero, normal dudes with kids and, you know. Right, who knows? I don't know. All right, let's read the Twitter comments. I'm kind of curious to see what parents were. I didn't even get this far. Like, what are people saying?
This is just the account that's showing people that are blocking them. Let's see. This is so clearly about not repeating student stories and what they share. All right, that was what you said already. You're jumping the shark. This is pretty common across all settings where there's a group discussion. It encourages people to be and discourages belittling from peers. We want to see more crazy people on TikTok.
Okay.
It's so that kids don't get outed to their parents by their peers if they admit. There we go.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, but
which
again,
is what you said. Yeah.
I don't know any gay kindergartners.
Right.
I didn't know any when I was a kindergartner, and I certainly, looking at Ellis's classmates now, I'm not even sure they're cognizant.
Just wait until these parades.
That's what I'm
Come
saying.
home like, I like dicks, Mom.
That's what I'm saying.
Found out.
Because I know for a minute they were talking about having crushes on each other. Like Ellis came home and was like, oh, so-and-so has a crush on so-and-so. And I was like, do you know what that means? And he's like, yeah, it means they like that person. And then I was talking with the teacher later, and she's like, oh, I'll put a stop to that right quick. Crushes. I know crushes in kindergarten. And I was like, great. Yeah.
But is that great?
Yes, because it's too young. It's too young to be sexualizing each
Yeah,
other.
but again, I don't think they know
think so.
what sexualizing is. They just know that they like that person.
Yeah, that's what we just said. You and I did, right?
Yeah, but
When we were
if
kids.
someone were to like allow you to start going down that path and labeling and labeling and labeling and labeling, I don't know. Like you kind of do that stuff with your peers, and then I don't know.
Labeling as in crush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then that's like that. Isn't that part of like figuring stuff out?
Maybe.
Like it's if like you're like you know, oh, I have a crush on this person, then an adult says, hey, none of that shit. I could see that imprinting way worse. Way worser than exploring it.
I think she was
I would
just
think
like
that I was wrong for liking.
She was like just not in the classroom. Maybe like come on, dude.
Oh, that's.
I'm
okay.
trying to teach y'all how to fucking read and write. Can we not be doing
Can
Oh,
we
sure,
not be
sure.
crushing here?
crushing?
Yeah,
All right, let's move on.
crushes are for recess, baby.
Yeah, recess, baby. That's right, recess. Take that shit outside. But anyway, write in, parents. Let me know. Am I completely talked here? Should we be doing pride parades in kindergarten? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, let's do some follow-ups from the last one. Annie getting a lot of prove it success stories.
I'm so glad.
I always thought I'd never get a chance to use it. I'm close to 30 and I've been married a few years. But the other day we went to my wife's work event with a friend of ours that works with her. On the ride home, we were all pretty hammered by then, except the driver. And she said something along the lines of, well, honestly, I'm not all that modest. As a joke, I turned to her and said, prove it. Without skipping a beat, she pulled out her mommy milkers and showed both of us exactly where they spit. She's our hottest friend, and it was an awesome night for both of us. Thank you, Annie, for changing my life. Wow.
That guy's pretty lucky that turned out awesome for both.
Yeah, I know. Could have been bad. Hot sauce is the best, he says.
Cool.
If you keep losing your remote, they sell retractable leashes for your remote on Amazon. Where my remote at? From Shirley Inadov says he has a photo of this remote leash.
Yes.
I mean, to me, it sounds depressing. Like when you're in a hospital and like they have the hospital bed one. Yeah, I don't need that in my life.
A remote leash.
What the fuck is that?
With a retractable cable lock with double-sided adhesive, remote control security lock, remote control anti-lost rope.
Wait, what is? Oh, as in you like the shit that you can't leave the store with that phones are on it like that?
Mm-hmm. For your.
This
so
seems
what? You
like
can't
not
move,
the move.
nigga. I can't use my remote on the other side of the couch.
And then you can't even ergonomically hold it right. Like, no matter where you put it, it's gonna get in the way.
Yeah, you've got that awful wire, like, that's just depressing. I think
ain't it.
That would depress me.
Nah, this one's a Pazitsky effect, nigga. Love yourself. You're allowed to use the remote control wherever you want.
Yeah, dude. I don't want that in my life. I'd rather lose the remote. That's fucking demeaning.
You try to take it to the other side of the couch and go, wait. Can you imagine? Your neighbor's like, hey, man, is your alarm going off? Oh, I took my...
Put the remote down.
I put my remote in the
Or
side
it
of the couch.
retracts all super fast. Like, whoosh, you're like, fuck.
Like one
Cuts
of
your
those
nuts
janitor keychains.
Yeah, like, I don't want that anywhere near my pubes or anywhere. Like, it's fucking terrible. I was depressing. Okay. Okay, this is funny. I have to say, I side with you on this. Not everybody should be a model conversation. Advertisements are supposed to be aspirational, and while yes, we should be more accepting of people and who they are, I don't think that necessarily should bleed into marketing. It gets to a point where the inclusiveness becomes distracting. I present you with this lovely advertisement served to me today. I mean, really? Look, be as hairy as you want, but I don't need to see it. It's cool. All right, Nadav, let's see this photo. It's a hairy model. I think we were just talking about the.
Why do we need this?
Fuck! If you're just listening, it's for a company called Naughty Knickers, as in KNOTTY Knickers. Delivers sexy and comfy underwear monthly. Ugh, and her pubes are fucking.
Like, this is disgusting. Like, it would be disgusting if they were selling dude underwear and you could see pubes coming out the side. It's like, trim that shit, my dude. Trim it all. Should not be poking out the side.
It's so upsetting. Like, I trim my pubes because, like, I get in the pool with my kids with my mom bathing suit on, and like nobody needs to see my pubes taken out, you know? Like, you know how traumatizing that is? Remember when you were a little kid and like your friend's mom would get in the pool and you saw her fucking mom pubes coming out the side of her bathing suit?
I don't have a memory like that
No,
printed in my head.
It turns out all my mom's friends weren't gross ass bitches like this one. All right? No, I don't have that memory, thank God. It's horrible.
Well, I do, like, spending summers in Hungary, you know, like fucking gnarly old ass Hungarian bitches will, you know, like down by the Danube or some shit. You're like, bitch, put your pubes away. It's so fucking nasty.
Right, and they're just like, fuck you, I gotta focus on making bread to feed the family.
Guys, making bread. I'm not shaving my pussy, you fucking bitch. Nah. Yeah, because even in the 70s, right, like when full bush was like the thing, I mean, did they have advertisements with bush leaking out of the sides? No, I think you kept the pubes. Okay, go ahead, Google 70s underwear ads. Let's see. Back when women had full bush.
Even when it was full bush, didn't you still trim?
That's what I'm saying. I think that
right.
Even when you had full bush, you trimmed it up. You kept it tidy. Oh my God, look how gay these are. Maybe put women.
That's probably a pretty good idea.
Okay, look at those full flavor bloomers. Those look so comfy.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, like I don't see fucking pussy hair.
I see zero bush in this.
Zero bush. And that's back when women didn't trim. Like, yeah, they didn't show pubes.
Right.
Because it's just not, it's still not cute.
Time.
I know.
What a hot time.
Look how beautiful, skinny, normal sized titties. People look like human beings back then. Look, this is what normal people look like. If you're skinny, you got little titties. Yeah. Woman could have hips on her. It's beautiful.
Yeah. How do you think the public would react if in the 70s there was, you know, one of these things in the 70s? They'd be like, oh, I'm buying this underwear for sure now.
I hate it.
It hides all my pubes barely.
I think what's obnoxious and what we all know is that this is just for the sake of advertising and to like force inclusivity on you. Like, we know that this company doesn't really champion full bushes. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just done for shock value. It's so obnoxious.
Yeah, it's literally just farming whatever I guess who are they even farming?
Like, who's into this?
What is the community? the hairy pussy community? I never heard of that one. Yeah, I'm part of a lot of communities.
I think it's part of the same hairy armpit community.
Yeah,
that's like 5 people, dude. In America, that's not a big thing.
So is that feminism? Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay, feminism.
Yeah, it's that fake feminism. It's that it feels like it panders to women totally.
Right.
It's like that guy that's like, "You're a beautiful girl." You're like, "Shut the fuck up."
Oh my God. You know
Just be
what?
beautiful.
Holy shit. This is like the advertisement. If that dude could be an advertisement, it would be that. Yeah.
I know.
Your bush is beautiful, baby. Let it spill out of your panties. I love it.
Let me see those pubes, girl.
Yeah. You're beautiful as you are. No, you're not. Actually, most of us aren't beautiful as we are. That's why you get braces and whiten your teeth and get Botox and filler and dye your hair and pluck your eyebrows and do your nails, because you're not beautiful as you are. And that's why you wear makeup. And that's why you camouflage the bad parts of you, because you're not good as you are. That's truth. Sorry. If you weren't good as you are, you could just walk around naked and fat, and most of us don't.
I mean, it's kind of the argument. It's like that's the spectrum that you're playing against. Are you going to be civilized, or are you trying to go back to being cavemen and being naked and living in rocks and shit? Go ahead, go live in a cave.
Go ahead, cave uglies.
Yeah, but society is civilized. That's what it is, man.
Go mate with each other, you dogs, fucking pigs. Gross. I know, like, Bert came over to our house like a month ago, and he's like, "Gosh, you look really good, Push. You look really good." I go, "Yeah, I know. I bleach my hair. I do my eyebrows. I whiten my teeth. I do Botox. I do filler. I do facials. I do like so many things. I better look good, because this takes a lot of work just to get here."
It's paying off, mommy.
It's paying off. Nobody's perfect. Okay, let's do a voicemail follow-up, and then I'll get into some other stuff. This episode is brought to you by Little Spoon. Little Spoon is a one-stop shop for healthy, easy meal time and snack time for your baby, toddler, or big kid, delivered right to your door. Little Spoon makes everything fresh and uses absolutely nothing artificial. It's just like homemade, all delivered to your door and ready in seconds. Pop your meals in the fridge or freezer and use them when you're ready. It's just that easy. All of their recipes taste absolutely delicious and are nutritionally balanced and free of junk, helping to set your little one up for a lifetime of health. I love Little Spoon. The snacks are just tremendous. What's great is that it gets delivered right to your door. My kids love the taste of all the stuff that we were sent. It was just absolutely easy peasy lemon squeezy. Moms, you have to get it. The best part is the price is right. With kids' meals under $5 and baby food and smoothie snacks under $3, it makes trying Little Spoon easy. Start the new year fresh with Little Spoon. Get 50% off your first order when you go to littlespoon.com and use the code WMMA at checkout. Are you smelling what I'm smelling, ladies? That's right. Spring has sprung, and the sponsors of today's show, Manscaped, are here to make sure the house isn't the only thing your man is spring cleaning. Manscaped just recently launched their 4th generation performance package with all the tools equipped to tackle that spring fever in his pants. It's time to have him join the other 4 million men who trust Manscaped. Use code WMMA to get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. I love Manscaped. Praise Manscaped, because Tommy's junk is so much smoother and cleaner since he's been using it. And it's, guys might be weird about it, but not when it comes in a Manscaped package. They just love it. Complete his grooming game this spring with the new refined cologne signature scent by Manscaped. This stuff is dangerous. You won't want to take your hands off him. If you purchase now, Manscaped will even throw in 2 free gifts: the Performance Boxer Briefs and Shed Travel Bag. He will look sexy with these bad boys. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code WMMA at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code WMMA at manscaped.com. Spring is nature's way of saying, let's party. So party on with Manscaped.
What up, mommies and boys? This is Sam. And I'm just telling you, I'm listening to episode 136 right now when you're talking about kitchen scissors. Yo, I can't think of a single thing in the kitchen that I don't use my kitchen scissors on. I cut chicken. I cut bacon. I cut cheese. I cut pizza. Those things are good everywhere, every way. Except for, don't stab anybody, but, cut all your kids' food for sure. Love you. Keep it tight. Come up in me.
Supporting them kitchen scissors. Yep, I use them all the time. Sometimes I use them to open up Amazon boxes too. I don't give up.
Don't do that.
And I'll go right back to the kitchen.
That's not.
I'll go right back to the kitchen.
Don't do that.
That's kind of like sharing, your razor.
I share my razor.
Okay.
Tom steals it.
Okay.
You're not supposed to share your razor?
No,
Well, I mean, between a married couple, I think that's one thing. But imagine,
it's not. It's the same.
I mean, how do I imagine you use your fork to rake your lawn like of fallen leaves?
No, I'm saying imagine.
And then you use it to eat with the
Oh.
Wait, you're saying that's okay?
Oh my God, I have the best story for you guys. So I was flying home from Boston, and there was a sweet old man sitting next to me, and we started chit-chatting and stuff. And they gave us these like nice hot warm nuts, warm nuts and whatever snacks. And we became bros. I was talking about everything with him, and then I was like, the waitress, whatever sky waitress, came to take away the nuts, and I was like, hold on, I'm gonna take these for later. And I took a handful and I put them in my pocket. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, these are pocket nuts. I like to keep them in my pockets just in case I get hungry. And he goes, stewardess, can we have a Ziploc bag? And I was like, what? You could just get one of those, dude? And she had one. She had a big ass gallon bag, and then she gave me like half a gallon bag full of nuts. I was like, yes.
Pajitsky effect.
Isn't that great?
So that's the first time you realized that you could have a pocket liner for the things that you put in your pocket that also go in your mouth.
Yeah.
Is that why? Hold on. Is this also why when I went to the bathroom, I saw a gallon Ziploc bag of just mixed Vitamins that?
Yeah.
So you used to keep those just in your pocket?
Yes. Yes. So what I would do, because those are my travel Vitamins, I would just put a couple or like take a handful, put them in my pocket, zip up that pocket, and then when I was on the road, I'd be like, "Oh, I gotta take my vitamins," and then I would. But I will say, thanks to this show, I've stopped drinking miscellaneous open water bottles. I have put a stop to that, so that is something that's no longer in my life.
Miscellaneous open water bottles?
Yeah, like for instance, like you see this. If this were just sitting on my counter, I don't know how long it's been there. I don't know whose it was. I'd be like, I'm just going to fucking drink that. I stopped doing that because there's bacteria that flies in there. That's what we've learned. It collects all kinds of bacteria.
Oh, yeah, if the cap is off. But I mean, I imagine in your household, once the cap comes off the first time, it never goes back on.
Never goes back on.
Yeah.
I don't know whose mouth has been on it. I don't know where it's been. Don't care. But I do now. I stopped doing that. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the cup. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's do some. Oh, we've got so many Pajitsky effects. Oh, let's do the voicemails. I love these. These are the best.
Hi, Mommy. Calling in from Tejas. I have a Pajitsky effect I feel pretty fucking stupid about right now. So I love candles, and the problem I have with the candles is once you burn them, you have to stick your hand so far in to light the wick because the wax gets so low. And every time I find myself burning my fingers and then I'm ripping off pieces of notebook paper or using envelopes and lighting them on fire just to stick them in a little farther into the candle so I can burn the last couple inches of wax. And I thought about it, and there must be an easier way to go about this, right? I'm almost 30 years old. This is what I've been doing forever. I realized that I could just buy one of those grill lighters with the long fire thingy and light that. Yeah. Use that to light the candle instead of burning my fingers and potentially starting a house fire with all my pieces of notebook paper on fire. So yeah, they have those long lighters for a reason, and I have one now, and yeah, it'll be great. It'll be good. No more burnt fingers. Thanks, Mommy. Coming up in May.
Yeah. I think why is that one like $400? That $339 one? What could possibly merit a $339?
I don't know, but I think we need it.
Multi-purpose.
This is like bulk buying.
Do you need 1,000 of these?
I need 96 for $296 a piece.
And he's intrigued.
Ooh, and we could do custom. Oh, we could do custom where my mom's at long Pajitsky effect lighters.
So you don't burn your house down. Yeah, dog. Good for you. Yeah. Well, I wish I could learn a trick for when the wick gets, when the wick it turns into like a tiny wick. Okay, so like you burn your candle down, down, and then the wick gets all tiny, and then you try to like dig around the wick, but by now there's not enough oxygen getting into the thing. You know what I'm saying? But then you have a lot of wax left, so you feel cheated by this, or just sometimes even it's too shallow, and then the wick is. Like, what am I not doing with my life?
I think just when you see that it's getting low, and like it's been going for a while, you're like, ooh, this next one is gonna be rough. The next time I want to light it, just to dump some of the liquid wax out while it's still hot, and then you got more wick for the next time that you're lighting the candle.
Okay. All right.
Sounds like a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
I don't think I'm gonna do it.
It's a lot to remember. I mean, I just stopped lighting candles.
Yeah, I just get a new candle. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like candles are so, like, talk about a wasteful purchase, You're like, oh my God, these are so extravagant. Like, I always tell people, if you want to buy me a gift, buy me a nice smelly candle. Because I really feel like those are the ultimate waste of money. I just feel like there's such an extravagance. Like, just to have a smelly good thing to put fire in, it's so weird. And I don't know why, but I am like, oh, I can't pay like $30 for a candle. It's crazy.
That does feel crazy.
It feels crazy, right?
Right, because you see the tea lights and you're like, well, those are like $1 a piece.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could do it the ghetto way, the cheap way.
What's the
that?
cheap way?
Just buy a nigga incense.
I love incense.
Incense is, that's that cheap ass shit.
I love it. Mm-hmm. What was the one the flavor in LA? It's such an LA smell. Black Love.
Black Love.
Look up Black Love. It's like a Venice Beach smell. Like if you grew up in LA, it was just this smell was Black Love. This is so to me Venice Boardwalk growing up. Yeah, you guys never smelled Black Love. We got to get some. We get some for the studio?
I mean, sure. The liquor store my fucking parents used to buy incense at, there were no flavors. It was just fucking the red one or the purple one or
the blue one. That was the one. I grew up with blue.
We always had the fucking black ones.
Yeah.
Maybe that was Black Love. That'd be hilarious.
God, incense?
Yeah, the Naga Champa.
Nag
Champa, that's it.
That's old school. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was just like, ooh, smells like someone is probably smoking weed.
Yeah. That to me is college. Yeah, like we're smoking weed in the dorm room and then you light that to mask
I remember
drugs.
Me and my brother, whenever we smoked weed together in high school or college, we would take turns. If it was just us in the house, you would like take incense and then just take a lap around the house. And then we're like, this'll keep anyone from thinking we did something weird here.
I know. Like, that only raises the flags. You're like, why are you burning shit in this house?
Right. Yeah, it was really cool.
It's really interesting because incense is like, it's such a whole identity, too. Like, the girl that owns Nag Champa. Right? Yeah. Like,
crispy.
Yeah.
Horoscopes.
Crunchy.
Horoscopes.
A lot of horoscopes.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a lot of wind chimes, a lot of dream catchers.
Mm-hmm. A lot of plants.
Charts for you.
Charts.
She's definitely a gardener. She's got all types of fucking pepper plants that she's growing in the back. And
I had a landlady that was the Nag Champa lady.
This lady's definitely a Nag Champa.
But my lady was hot. Like, she was like a hot hippie chick. She was beautiful. And but this is definitely a type. This is Silver Lake type. Yeah, or San Francisco. Mm-hmm. A lot of babes in San Francisco with this.
Yeah, she's got the fucking
patchouli.
She got the string lights in her living room only.
Yes, dude, the string lights.
Yep. I know this type.
Yeah. They love string lights. They live in like pottery, like a lot of handmade pottery, ceramic shit that they've done. Mm-hmm. Maybe a thumb ring, definitely thumb ring.
Favorite
a lot of string bracelets, fairies. Right? They believe in fairies. Holy shit, man.
It's bringing back some memories.
Yeah. Have you fucking seen that vegan documentary? The Bad Vegan?
Oh, no. I've seen the artwork on Netflix. You've started watching it?
Speaking of like incense burning chicks and like weirdo shit, you wouldn't even believe this one. The story is so incredible. So it's about this vegan restaurateur. She's very beautiful, very charismatic. Everybody loves her. Her weakness is that she falls for a bad dude. And I don't want to, obviously, I know I have a fucking really bad history.
No spoilers.
No spoiler alert. But just to say that this is a different type of swindling story. And the stuff that this guy gets her into is so fucking out there. In my life, I've never heard of a hustle like this one. So it's very, very interesting. Because usually the hustle's different. But this was a very, very like far out hustle. It was cool.
Definitely watching that.
You got to see this chick, man. And like, she's sweet, and you can tell that she's probably like, she really wanted to be loved, blah, 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 blah. Annie, this is your type of chick, right? Like, is this the girl? Not physically, but like.
I was about to say, she doesn't look like her, but yeah. Like vegan, fucking, I only have cats. You know, I don't like dogs. Yeah. I got a swing on my fucking balcony.
Yeah. A swing, but it's the wicker swing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep. The wicker swing.
Yeah, dude, I know this chick. She has a compost heap. my old Anyway, it's such a. I'm still watching it, so I was just riveted by this story. All right, Nag Champa. Yeah, what? And it's strong memories with Incense. That's a party vibe too. That's like some chick my dad would bang. You know, in the '80s. There was always that girl, that hippie girl my dad would bang. She's like, let's light incense in the house.
Right. It always smelled like that one store that would sell me cigarettes in 10th grade.
100%. 100%. Especially in the San Fernando Valley. Right. Very much so.
No ID required.
Yeah, yeah, dog.
Everyone knew the spot too.
For sure. That is totally. There was this one guy in Burbank who would sell to me. And every time you go in there, he'd go, tuck it easy, man, tuck it easy. So he became the tuck it easy guy.
Tuck it easy?
Tuck it easy, man, tuck it easy. And tuck it easy would sell to anybody. Tuck it easy, man. But he was burning incense and shit. Yeah, hey, man, tuck it easy.
We started off with a hookah store because that was what all the kids were into. And then it was just like, yeah, because they'd never, like, it'd be like, hookah, that's not even really tobacco, is it?
Yeah, who enjoys that? It's
terrible.
So
you'd start off with some of those and some charcoal. And you're like, hey, why don't you throw in some Al Capones in there, which is something that only kids would smoke. Which
Al
is
Capones?
Cigarillos dipped in cognac. That was I started smoking those before I smoked cigarettes. I was like, this is the shit. And then you're like, ooh, you know what? Throw some cigarettes in that. Because then you're just like, oh, there's no rules here. You could just buy whatever the fuck.
Once you get over that hump of getting like the cloves.
Right.
Or whatever nasty shit you just said.
And then.
And then you ask for the real thing you want, like Camel Lights.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was that one day where he started cracking down. He's like, I'm going to need to see some ID. Yeah. And me and my friends took our high school ID and just added date of birth like into the ID. And he's like, cool. Didn't know you guys could be 18 and in 10th grade at the same time. That's pretty rare. And then that worked at a surprising amount of places, like gas stations. Like it was wild.
I think the fake ID thing. Because what year was that you were doing that? Is that by 2000?
It would had to have been 2000, like between 2002 and 2004.
Dang, so that's late. Because by 93, you would go down to Chevy Chase. Is that what it is? In downtown LA. And you would give a guy $100 and then your picture, and then he'd come back with like some janky shit. And then that's how you get into all the clubs. But that's pretty lazy. Like just the high school ID. Like you didn't even have to pay a shady guy in downtown.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There were parts of that where your heart raced, because you had to go to Kinko's to laminate it, and to explain to them why you're laminating a high school ID that has a date of birth.
They
like,
know.
It's an art project. We're just doing this for school.
Or the workaround was the check cashier ID. You could go to a check cashier place. And then you hand write in details and they laminate it. So it looks like an ID, but it was just like your handwritten shit. It was so jank. That worked for a long time too.
A check cashier place?
You go to a check cashier place. This is like an old school trick. I don't know if you can do it anymore. And you get an ID there and they literally have you fill out the card by hand. And they're like, all right, cool. Where's your picture? Slap it on, laminate it, and it's yours. And that's what we did. You go to like Reseda or Van Nuys.
Fucking nice.
Oh, man, I could have been making money. I was doing that at home. I did that at home. I got my mom had a laminator for her work. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
You made your own ID?
Yeah.
Smart.
Hell yeah.
How old were you when you started?
Young. I was using Paint Shop Pro. That's not even a thing anymore. Man, I don't know. I was in 7th grade, so 6th, 7th grade.
Damn.
I don't know how old that is. But
12.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been scheming though. You know, that's my thing.
Always.
Did you ever do the
Scheming.
thing where you would sell pictures of celebrities at school?
No, I used to sell iPod playlists.
iPod playlists?
Yeah, like you couldn't just get you used to have to download song by song by song.
Yeah.
And you wanted that iPod. Like, you were dope if you had the iPod with like fucking just 100,000 bangers on it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sell, like, I had the library, and I would just be like, just give me your iPod, I'll load all the music on it, you'll have it the next day.
How much did you charge for it?
I think it was like $20, which was a lot back then.
Pretty
that
good.
Was a
That's
lot
a good
for me.
racket.
It's a lot for a 5th grader.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for like digital wares. Like, you didn't have an inventory. You already had the product. That's smart. It's good.
Long time
Wow,
ago.
Annie, look at you.
Oh, yeah.
Enterprising. And
Yeah,
then
I got in
Natav was
trouble.
selling headshots.
No, exactly. Like, I think this was in 2nd grade, where I was just looking up, like, we had just gotten a printer at home, I think, with inkjet that was like super slow. Like, it would take like 20 minutes to print out like a full colored picture, and I would drain that printer cartridge and I would sell pictures for like, I don't know, like $2. So it's just like, oh yeah, you want Celine Dion? I got Leonardo DiCaprio. Who you want? And like, I made a killing for a week until they were like, oh wait, I have a printer at home. And then, business dried up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, live and learn, kids. All right. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe to the show on iTunes. What's it on PoopTube?
It's on YouTube, yep.
Subscribe on the PoopTube.
And available on all audio platforms that play podcasts.
On Mom Plaudio's Podmasts. Okay, well, I love you guys so much. Send me an email, WhereMyMomsAt. Is it WhereMyMomsAt podcast @gmail.com? I can never remember.
WhereMyMomsAt @gmail.com.
Okay. And then what's the number for the voicemail, Mommy? Tell them.
The podcast voicemail number is 213-375-5184.
Thank you, guys. All right. This first comment says, hearing Christy's story of overcoming her diarrhea was so inspirational. Thank you. All right, guys. Until next time, stay cool, moms. Mwah. You gorgeous.
Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at?
Where my mom's at?